Is there anything I didn't ask you fans want to know? People want to know? Is there anything you want to address while I have you here? Is there anything you want to get off your chest while I have you here? Is there anything else you didn't get a chance to mention you'd like to mention now in this interview?
But really, like, a lot of people be wondering, like, why I don't drop as much music and why I haven't been coming out with many projects like that. And it's not really that. I ain't really falling back. It's more so like I'm just like I was speaking on earlier with my film, and I'm just working on the film right now. So I'm kind of going into a whole nother lane where it's like I'm writing movies and writing these short films, writing these full films. I'm trying to just step into that lane. So it's like that's kind of a lot of people always hit my Instagram like, why you don't drop music? You drop snippets, but you don't really drop music. You don't drop projects. That's kind of why. Just my time been taken up by doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's not that I don't care about music. I don't love music. I love music. I'm gonna do music to the day I die. That's just how it is. Fans or no fans, it's just you love music. But I'm just exploring and seeing what other shit do right now.
Do you feel like you've reached a ceiling in your music, so to speak? Do you feel like you've plateaued? Maybe you've maximized and done the best you could and kind of met your place in the music industry where it's at, so maybe you're seeking other avenues such as film to see if you can go bigger.
Uh, nah, I don't think so. I think I could get 10 times bigger than what I am today. What really got me in the film was Nick Cannon when he just heard my ideas and he like, yo, you really need to like write these films. You need to put these films out. And I just wanted to get at my 100% for right now. Like if I'm gonna write a movie, I'm gonna write a film. I'm not gonna half-ass it. Like if this gonna be in theaters and this gonna be on TV, I'm not gonna half-ass it. So I really just been giving my time to that. But I'm still in the studio. Like we just left the studio. So we was in the studio last night. I just made a record. So I'm always making music and making records. Right now I probably got like 300 unreleased songs that nobody didn't heard before. Like I own my own studio in Chicago, so I'm always working.
Care to share the name of the studio?
Forever Legend Studio.
And I'll talk about the studio here in a second, but when it comes to Nick Cannon, I remember we talked about Nick Cannon in a previous conversation, but I don't think I asked you this question.
Yeah.
What's Nick Cannon really like?
Man, Nick Cannon's so cool, man. Like this like a real life brother. And I done met so many people in the rap game and the music game. Nick Cannon is like really one of the only people, like besides Smirk, of course, because that's my brother, since deeper than rap. But it's like when I met Nick, it became the same type of vibe, the same type of situation. Nick just wanted to see me grow. He wanted to see me win. So he always kind of down with my ideas, no matter what they are. You know what I'm saying? Even if he just got to edit them a little bit. But he always down with what I'm trying to do. And that's like Nick with everybody. Anybody that I ever seen in tune with Nick, he always want to help him. I don't see nobody talking bad about Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like people will say little jokes and all that, but you don't really see people talking bad about Nick. Nick a good dude. Like that's a good brother. So I always have love and respect for Nick. Like it's whatever for Nick, for real, for real.
And do you want to shed any light on this film that you're working on in particular with Nick, or?
I don't want to go too crazy and speak about the titles and all that, but it's a hood comedy, so it's crazy. Like I'm actually excited. I'm excited that it's my first film that I wrote. It's the first film that I'm putting together for real, for real. And I'm just glad, Nick saw the vision, and we just gonna bring it to life. But next year for sure, coming to y'all.
And is it something that's going to be on a national platform?
Yeah, he putting it in theaters.
Okay. Now, in regards to your studio, can you shed some more light on this studio?
Yeah, I started it about 2 years ago, Forever Legend Studios in Chicago, Illinois. And it's kind of, it ain't got popular, like people rocking with it, people coming through every day. Um, stars done been there. Uh, so it's definitely growing, and it was something that I ain't even really think about doing, and I just did it. I started it, and it's like it's been lit ever since. So yeah, Forever Legend Studio.
There's some people watching this that want to hear some more details. I mean, is this just like one recording room? Is it like a B and C room? What
I
kind
know
of
I
equipment
was
is in
gonna
it?
I was gonna make it like that, but I ain't even make it like that. I just left it open for just one act at a time. So, but I got 3 different rooms up in there. Like we got a VIP room in the back. I got the recording room. Then I got the recording booth. Big ass hallway. So it's like yeah, it's a decent spot though. Got good equipment, Pro Tools, all that, follow. So yeah, it's definitely. I recorded a lot of my music there, and a lot of my recent videos and my most recent project, Almost Perfect. I recorded all of that in Forever Legend Studio.
Care to share the location? Care to share
Yeah,
how people could book a session if they want to?
it's in Oak Park, Illinois, but that's same in Chicago. And if you want to book a session, you could just DM at Forever Legend Studios on Instagram.
Is there anything about this studio that's unique that you won't find at any other studio?
Um, it's just a vibe. That one thing about Chicago, it's hard to find a studio where you can vibe at. It's always some extra shit. It's always some. You kind of just want to stay out the way. Chicago is this the place where drill was invented. So you know it's a lot of bullshit behind a lot of shit. It's a lot going on, but at Forever Legend Studios, it's kind of like just it's chill. It's a vibe. Everybody come there. Um, they like coming there. Like Durk done recorded there. Lil Osama. Um, Ford from Chicago's Black Ink. El Hitter. A lot of people. So yeah, it's definitely a place to go to. So if you ever in Chicago, you need to record, go to Forever Legend Studios.
Now, how profitable is owning a studio?
It's decent. I ain't gonna cap, it's decent. Um, One thing about it, when I created it just so I could work. So I wasn't looking for profit. I wasn't looking for to make a lot of money from it. But then once I started seeing what it do, I'm like, this decent. I'm glad I did it actually. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely make money. My engineers make money. And you know, some of these people wasn't engineers before I started the studio. They wasn't working every day. And now it's like, damn, they recording stars. They working every day. It's clients. They got a spot to go chill, VIP room. It's lit, chilling, games, all that. So yeah,
And is this a standalone location, like an official commercial building, or is this like a
yeah,
home studio type of
yeah.
thing?
Commercial building.
And at this point, is it something that, like, when you personally need it, you kind of block out everything else or anybody else from scheduling? Is still kind of like the motto of what you had the studio, or the intention of that you had the studio for, which is it's for you. So
Yeah,
anytime you need it, you get first dibs on it. Maybe like when you're in Chicago and you out there for 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, nobody else could have this studio but you. And then I guess when you're not there, it's a free for all for business to keep the lights
yeah,
on.
yeah, definitely. Cause it paid for itself. So I ain't really tripping. It paid for itself, and I done already like profited for sure. So anytime I want to record, I let the engineers know like, I bet we gonna close it off. Plus I got a studio manager, so my studio manager Scott, he already know. When I'm coming into town, it's like he don't really book sessions like that. He let me do what I'm gonna do, and then I'll let him know like I'm gonna leave this day, and he be like, all right, I'm gonna kick sessions back up.
Now, when it comes to this profit, how long do you think you had the studio for before you actually are profiting?
Mm,
Rough estimate.
I've had it 2 years.
Like
I,
1 year in you're profiting, 6 months in you're profiting, or one and a half?
I want to say probably like a year in is when I was really looking at it like, I bet we won now. At first it's like you got to do the grind, you got to do the buzz part, you got to build it up, you got to get people coming, you got to get people wanting to spend money. Um, so it probably took about 6 months to a year to get it like really popular. Like right now, it's a popular studio. Everybody in Chicago, if you ask them like Forever Legend Studios, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I heard of that," or "I've been there." So yeah, it's lit now. It's all good. The profit part, that's kind of over with now. But I still add more stuff all the time just to make it better. So I don't really too much. It's crazy, but I don't really too much look at the profit. I just let it come.
And I don't, I don't, I don't know if you're willing to share or not, but is this something, just technically speaking, real estate wise, is this like a property you own, or is this a property you're renting and
Yeah,
leasing
nah,
out and making a profit off of?
it's a lease. Yeah, it's a lease. That's why I say it pretty much like just pay for itself.
From what I understand, when it comes to commercial leases, I think like minimum is like 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
Was that one of these type of scenarios?
Yeah, it was two. It was two.
And you're gone past that at this point.
Yeah.
So did you re-up?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Was there a thought maybe of taking this because you were leasing before you actually re-up? Was there any thought of you maybe moving this somewhere else, expanding, getting a bigger spot and doing what you're doing, or?
Yeah, like since Chicago, just I was gonna move Chicago, um, just to a different location, which I'm still gonna do that. Cause when I first kicked it off, I just did it really like I said, it was gonna be for me. But then now that it's become what it's become, I want to get like that, something that I own, and it's my building. Is closed off, it's gated out. Like right now, it's closed off, but it's like it's still a commercial building. So yeah, I definitely want to get my own building where I got room A, B, C. You know what I'm saying? Producer rooms and all that. I'm definitely gonna expand though.
Okay. And anything you would say to someone watching this that owns a studio themselves? Anything you would leave them with? I could giving you a scenario. Maybe there's a studio owner watching this that hasn't profited yet.
Yeah,
Wondering, man, what am I doing wrong? Of course, every situation is different, but
yeah.
anything you say to somebody with this recording studio and they haven't profited yet, they're just,
I mean, they just really gotta focus. It's time to put that grind in. I tell my engineers all the time, like y'all gotta grind too. Like my studio page bring in so much money and so many clients, but y'all gotta work too, and y'all gotta grind too. Y'all gotta put that word out too. Y'all gotta y'all gotta holler at people. You gotta bring in your own food, but it's been so sweet for my engineers just because it's my studio. So in Chicago, we get a lot of clients and stuff like that. But for the average studio owner, it's like just put that grind in, politic with these people, get to know these artists and tap in with them, because it's deeper than just recording artists. Artists gotta trust you. They gotta trust your sound. They gotta trust your opinion. So it's like once you get somebody really rocking with you and seeing that you care about their craft, of course they're gonna come spend money with you.
now, from personal experience, I'm not putting my opinion in this interview, but from personal experience of being in Atlanta, for example,
Yeah.
sometimes I've heard of stories on the news, the local news. So and so shot at so and so studio.
Yeah.
Shooting in parking lot at so and so studio. Uh, a death at so and so studio.
Yeah.
Is that a concern for you?
Nah. I've had it for 2 years, so we ain't had none of them problems. So I ain't gonna jinx it, but yeah, we ain't had none of them problems. Everybody kind of just respect what it is. Plus, I do it to a minimum too. So it's like, you could only bring these many people, and y'all gotta chill. Ain't no in and out and just going crazy. And plus, I don't have to do nothing to talking anyway. My studio manager get all that together. But people just respect my location and respect my spot. Everybody know that it's kind of like hypno shit.
I don't know if you've seen any of these type of stories like I just described,
Yeah.
But just wondering if stuff like that's preventable. I mean, I know your studio's in Chicago, it's not in Atlanta, but I'm giving you an example of stuff that happens
Yeah.
in Atlanta once in a while. You'll hear a death at a studio, a shooting inside the studio, a shooting outside the studio
Yeah.
sometimes. And I'm, as a studio owner, might not be a concern for you, but is that something that is preventable? You being a recording artist and being in studios yourself, is that preventable?
I mean, I just try to just not let any and everybody in the studio. You know, we can't screen everybody because you can screen everybody, but you don't know what everybody capable of. You don't know what people doing. You don't know what they bring, and you don't know who they into it with. But we been cool. Like, I'm not even gonna say that we living off luck, but everything been copacetic. We ain't really been having them problems. So just to prevent it, we don't start shit, we don't be in shit. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't running it on no street nigga time. It's like, it's a business. So everybody who come do your work. Come vibe out. Come work. If you ain't on that, get the fuck on. So that's kind of how we treat it. We ain't really had no extra shit going on though.
And for time reference, it's November 2021 now.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else you want to leave the audience with?
Good Karma 2 coming soon. I ain't gonna give y'all a date or none of that. I'm working though. And I don't know if I'm even, matter of fact, because I'm doing a tape with Drummer. I wasn't even telling people, but I'm doing a tape with Drummer that's gonna be like, I didn't have a title for it, but I might make that Good Karma 2.
Drummer Boy?
No, DJ Drama.
Oh, DJ Drama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Gangsta Grills?
Yeah. A Gangsta Grills album.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.